So beautiful. And now we have another dear sister coming, Sarah. Maybe you've known her from my last summit. I just realized you're the only one that has already been on my summit. And I'm super excited. Sarah is a medicine woman. She's an embodied queen, priestess, goddess, all the archetypes in one person. And yeah, I just love your soul and the purity of the work you're sharing. So welcome to the space. And I'm super excited for your workshop, The Art of Revealing the Heart. I feel it's all connecting. It's so connected to what we've already dove into. And welcome back.
Thank you. Can you hear me well? All good? Okay. Good morning, everybody. Beautiful souls. It's really lovely to meet you. And yeah, thank you again for inviting me into your medicine and your container to share a little 30-minute snippet of what I offer. Also, thank you for the glorious introduction. So I'm going to jump right in because we have 30 minutes. And as Tanya said, I work as many things: a medicine woman, a priestess, an embodiment polarity teacher. But the main thing of my work is really to serve the feminine path and to serve the rise of the feminine, and to be a devotee of this path. And when we start to open up to this feminine path, it often also includes the opening of what we feel, the opening of all the layers that we've been tucking away, that we've been hiding away from, that we haven't felt safe to express. So that's a really big part of stepping into our feminine. And in a very simple way, you could say that to live from our feminine is to live from the truth of our heart, from moment to moment to moment. Truth of our heart from moment to moment to moment, because the truth of our heart is what love is, and the feminine is love. So to step into this feminine path, one of the things is to learn how to reveal the truth of our heart from moment to moment to moment. Yeah. So where the masculine, also the masculine in us, would lead from direction and from structure, the feminine leads by revealing how things make her feel. Yeah, and it sounds quite simple, but it's a whole art to keep opening into that practice. And what happens is when we start to feel again and when we start to open, which is great, it's a great first step, there's another step where we kind of need to learn how to offer what we feel as a gift, where we learn to reveal what we feel as a gift that opens others, that connects us to others, instead of our emotions being really big or really closed off, and then it causes separation or it causes closure from the world or from our partners, right? So how can we learn to ground our emotions in the heart and offer it as a gift to the world that really creates this beautiful connection, right? Because often we're not so good at really feeling and speaking the truth of our heart. We might say, oh, I'm done with you, but actually we're scared and we want someone to see us and be present with us. Or we might say that we're fine, but actually we're angry with the world and the systems that are corrupt. Or, it's an art to get to the core of what we feel, which is the truth of our heart, which is love. Yeah. And this is a vulnerable path, this is a deeply vulnerable, raw, and sometimes uncomfortable path. But it does create so much opening, and it allows us to live in our truth and to live away from anxiety and to be open when we make love and to stay deeply connected to your partner. So the rewards are immense. And I really believe that when we as feminine beings start to trust our oracle again, really what wants to come through our heart and our womb and what wants to speak, that we open other hearts and we open the world back up from its mind addiction and its mind sleep, and back into the feminine leading from this heart space, right? So it's a glorious reopening of this heart space and retrusting and reoffering of our heart space. But it's so important that we do this, because this is what really realigns the planet. It's our heart. It's our heartfelt stories. It's the truth of our heart, right? Okay. So this is a huge part of my work, and there are many, many openings and practices we can do for this. But I'm going to offer you a short meditation. It's about 10-12 minutes where we're actually going to practice this, because I always love to work with the psyche. So what I'm doing now, we're having a talk about this topic, and then I work with the somatic and the energetic as well. So this is where really our nervous system, now you understand something with your mind and it starts to sink into the body. So yeah, I would love to just jump in. I will share a little music if you want to play a little beautiful background tune. It's in the chat, but it's not necessary. You can also just sit in silence. That's totally okay for me. So just giving you a second to drop in, perhaps find your meditative position where you'd like to sit. You want to play some music. Welcome to prepare that for yourself. All right. All right, my love. So wherever you're sitting, welcoming you to start closing your eyes. If you want to play some music, you can turn on the music softly in the background. Whenever you're ready, closing your eyes and starting to turn your awareness inside. So perhaps it's a really early morning for you, or late night, or perhaps you're doing the recording. Just taking a moment to get present with yourself. Just by connecting to your breath. And then allowing all the muscles in your face to soften, your jaw to soften. Any expression on your face, just let go of that. And softening your shoulders. And softening and opening your beautiful heart. And then letting your belly be nice and mushy, nice and soft. Perhaps your breath is dropping down a bit lower into your belly, helping you softening your belly and grounding into your body. And then feeling your sit bones ground onto the earth, anchoring you into the earth, creating the sense of belonging, of there's a place for you. Staying with this presence and with this breath, I invite you to tap into a moment where you either closed your emotion, so you numbed it, or where you spat it out like a fire hose. So one of the two. And mostly we have an habitual way of going. So just tapping into maybe an argument you had, or maybe a moment where you didn't express. So a moment where you numbed, you held back, or you spat out. Call that the fire hose. Can be present or past moment, and just allowing that to come up and feel how that felt. Going back to that moment where you held back or where you spat out, and how that actually felt, the spitting out or the numbing. You may also notice how that feels in your body, maybe some tightness coming up, some emotions that are arising, and just allowing everything to come up and to be in full acceptance. And as you're breathing into your heart, ask yourself, how did I really feel in this moment? What was the primary emotion you were feeling? What was the truth of your heart? Maybe you were sad, you were afraid, furious. What's the truth of your heart in that moment? Can you get really close to that and acknowledge that? This is how I truly felt. And breathing into that. And now your heart has this beautiful pointy shape at the bottom. And you're going to put that truth of your heart, that main emotion you were experiencing, you're going to ground it into your heart, grounding it into the bottom point of your heart. So you're not making it smaller or diminishing it, you're just grounding it into the bottom point of your heart. Owning, grounding, accepting. And now from this bottom point, start to reveal this emotion, reveal this truth of your heart through your body. So using your breath, starting to reveal it out of your heart. And let that go wider now, wider, letting it reveal from your shoulders. Using your breath, your awareness to spread it out, making it a revealing of the truth of your heart. Now go wider, letting it ripple out from your fingertips. Use your breath. If it's I'm sad, then become the revealing of sad. If it's I'm scared, and become the revealing of that. And through this, let it become a gift to the world, a gift to receive for your partner. You let it ripple out from your fingertips, from the back of your eyes. Can you let it move you? A little wider now. Letting it ripple out of your womb, being bathed, revealing the truth of your heart. And perhaps it feels good to put one or two hands on your heart. You can also just do this with your awareness. You can say this in your mind's eye, or you can speak it out loud. So the first one is, how did I truly feel? I felt unseen. I felt afraid. And then what were you afraid of? I was afraid you'd leave. I was afraid you wouldn't accept me. What were you afraid of? We come to the last question, and maybe the most important one. What is your desire behind the closing? What is the request? What do you need in this moment? Staying with your breath, staying with an open heart. I need you to hold me. I would love for you to be present and hear me. What is the request, the desire behind the complaint? For behind every complaint lies a holy desire. And again, you could speak it in your mind's eye or out loud. And then taking a moment to tap into how you're feeling in this moment. How different do you feel now from the beginning when you tapped into the closing or when you fire hosed? To the woman that sits here now, honoring the truth of her heart, grounding the truth of her heart and revealing it as a gift. Woman that dares to take responsibility for her feeling world, dares to trust it. Did something open, something move? Is it a bit scary, uncomfortable? Did it feel like a relief? Did tears run down your cheeks? Do you want more of it? Let's all take 3 deep breaths together, breathing in through the nose, deep belly breath. Exhale slowly out the mouth. Deep inhale all the way in. Exhale, let go. One more deeply into your heart. And relaxing. Let's all take One more moment, putting our hands on our heart, this beautiful organ that guides us back to love, that guides us back to truth. Taking a moment to honor this center that we can always come back to and trust and tap back into. Perhaps there is an ode to yourself, an affirmation to yourself to say, I will not close off my heart anymore. I will reveal the truth of my heart. Feeling the opening, the liberation, and the connection that creates. Let's take one more deep breath, breathing in. And exhale, we let go. Taking another moment to return to this space in whatever way feels good for you. Welcome back, loves. All right. I'm just going to type the questions in the chat if you want to perhaps have them as a little backup. Okay. Beautiful, beautiful focus. Thank you so much. We have a couple of minutes, about 5 minutes. But I'm the last one of this morning, I think. So it's all good. All right. Is there anyone who would like to ask something? Any help or anything you'd like to ask? I'm here for that. Also, if you'd like to share something that came up for you in this journey, something you experienced, that's also super welcome. So you can just put up your hand or physical hand or a Zoom hand if you'd like to share something. All right. I think everyone is complete this morning. Good. Okay. So I'm going to leave you with that. I hope this gave you a tool for life, where we keep offering the truth of our heart as a gift, and it's an incredibly powerful practice that really can alter one's life and one's connections, and the living of our truth. So that's really my wish for you this morning. Yeah, so thank you so much for being here with me and for your trust. And my prayer is that you stay in the heart and trusting the oracle that really is your heart.
Thank you so much, Sarah. Do you want to share how people can connect with you and find your magic in the world? And also say it out loud so the women that watch the replay can find you too.
Okay. Yeah, so you can find me on Instagram on Sarah Waarner, SarahWarnar, Sarah Waarner. And I also hold Haseya Tribe. It's a bi-monthly online community space where you can we practice the feminine path, we practice embodiment, and we have a women's circle every month. And then I have 4 retreats coming up. I think one is fully booked in the summer here in Spain. Some of them are with plant medicine, some of them are without. We just work with embodiment and the feminine, and you're so welcome to join that space. The retreats are really my babies, where I pour everything in. So yeah, that's it. That's it.
Thank you so much. And I've been part of your Haseya online community, which was a beautiful, beautiful space to be held and seen. So if you're looking for an online sister community, this is a beautiful opportunity. And then also get back to you for the retreat in Austria. I have replied, I just realized we were talking about
That'd be awesome. Oh yeah, true. We were so busy. Yeah, I'll come out for sure. Okay.
yeah, maybe Sarah will be there at the Feminine Leadership Retreat as a special guest.
Yeah, I'll be happy to. All right. Thanks,
Thank you.
Sarah. Thanks, Laura. Thanks, Andrea. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. All right. Mwah. So much love.